Welcome back, everyone. We're going to play a blitz game today. So we're playing a national master. So we're playing a blitz game, 3 minutes and 2 seconds increment per side. I was playing a very solid structure against my setup. So his idea is to blunt my bishop with these three pawns. Going to play a quiet approach to his setup. My idea is to play pawn to e4 later. I want to step my queen out of the way in case it gets in trouble, because it's looking across from that rook. It seems like there's a lot of things in the way, but yeah, the position can open up. So I'm tossing up whether to play e4 now or develop my rook. I think I like pawn to e4. Then I'll probably develop my rook either to d1 or e1. Not sure which one is best at the moment. Okay, so his knight's coming here. Just realized that. So this rook's not doing anything here anymore, and that's because this pawn's going to be on c4 for a long time, whereas there's space here for the rook to attack, and this rook will be useful guarding my pawn. I am a little bit low on time, so I'm cautious of that. I'm happy about this bishop. It's blocked by his own pawn, so I want to keep that there as long as possible. I don't know, either c3 or I might just push it back here. I wasn't quite sure, but I really want to keep this bishop long term, so I don't want it to be exchanged. I was looking at c3 as a possibility, but I thought I'd just tuck it back, and with bishops they become powerful later in the game, in the end game. It's really interesting, so he just chose to move back. Okay. I guess he wants to do that to open up his bishop. But that to me feels a little bit slow. That's my instinct. So I'm looking at pawn to e5 and then knight e4, which then attacks the queen. I want to do something quick because c5 will be coming, and then his bishop will be into his game. So I think I don't... That looks okay to me. It does block this bishop out, but I'm not worried. Usually a knight might be able to land in there, and if they take the knight, then this bishop becomes a monster. I can just push his... Alright, I'll play knight here. If I play pawn here, the bishop attacks it. So I want to then now stick... What I might do is attack the knight, and then I'll land my knight here. I think he has to, so he has to take, I believe. And now my bishop is really powerful. But I want to restrict his knights. So stopping his knights from coming to this square. He can play c5, and that opens up his bishop, which is good for him. But then I believe his knights, this one in particular, is very restricted. So, oh, I don't have a lot of time. I better move. So my goal is now to attack his king. Really need to speed up. Oh, I really need to move. Alright, I want to keep... Alright, I'm just going to swap off bishops. Oh, I'm really low on time. So in these moments, I'm trying to not blunder and stay calm. Looking at is where his knight can go. I'm going to try and play around the knight. It's not really ideal. My bishop's not doing anything right now. I might have to... Alright. I feel like I'm almost blundering something. Yeah, I blundered a pawn. Blundered another pawn, unfortunately. No, that's okay, didn't take it. So I'm just trying to really stay alive. I think that's a free pawn. Feeling a little bit better now. Don't know if I should... So, here's a pawn up. Okay, my pawn majority is on the queen side, I just realized, so I should be playing on that side of the board to try and get a queen. Um, oh, I can take the pawn here. So I was lucky to exchange queens, and then now I'll be able to promote these pawns to a queen. Okay, good game. So I got lucky in that game. So let's do a quick recap of what happened. So I'm still getting my hang, getting used to talking and playing at the same time. I tend to talk a lot at the start and then I don't give myself a lot of time at the end to play the game. So this is just a really flexible setup for white. To be honest, I don't know much theory in this line. Um, it's just like I just try to put my pieces on harmonious squares. So I guess I'm trying to control the center as much as I can. Yeah, my instinct was that this move was too slow. So it allows me to really push him back. Yeah, I liked this combination. Oh, wow. So computer is suggesting rook takes knight. Okay, I don't see what the idea is. So after queen takes rook, what happens? Oh, is it some knight g5? So I've got some checkmating threats. So is the idea you're trying to combine both threats of the queen? So what I'm saying is if knight g5, they can't just move their queen away because I'll have some knight f6 and then that would be mate. So if knight g5, if they play g6, then I've got knight f6, check, and then I win the queen. Is that the idea? Let's check. It is knight g5. And the best move is f6, and then I've got knight takes pawn, I think. No, that doesn't work, sorry. Pawn takes, and then just pawn f7. Wow, that's deep. Okay. That's a really interesting idea there. But yeah, I had 22 seconds. So I'm still really happy in this position. So, yep, computer likes that. It's just really just to take away this square from, I guess, both these knights. In particular, it's the a6 knight. It does allow this bishop to come out, but in chess, and just like in life, you can't have everything. So, yes, this bishop comes to life, but I'm playing against this knight now. Yeah, so the computer likes me to attack. Oh, wow, that's another really nice tactic. So knight g5 is threatening checkmate. So they have to take, and after which now I can take this bishop. And it likes that because bishops are really powerful, particularly in open positions. So remember at this point, I knew that my position was promising, but I didn't have a lot of time, and I wasn't sure what to do. I wasn't sure whether to keep bishops on, um, try and somehow attack the king with some h4, h5, h6 ideas maybe. Looking back now, I should exchange bishops, I think, It's fine for me to exchange bishops because once the light squared bishops go, uh, these light squares will be really weak. In particular, c6. Um, so now that I have a bit more time, I'm still not sure what the best move is here. Okay, h4 was bad. Okay, knight g5 again. That's a nice tactic. So it's same as before. Okay, very nice. It's beautiful. Yeah, here I really wasn't sure what I was doing. Okay, and then the next little bit is a bit chaotic. Really down on time, so not going to be too harsh on myself. Yeah, a lot of random moves here. I want to go to the end game. Yeah, so the key in this end game is I need to. The, the key is understanding where my advantages lie. So I am a pawn down. Um, Now, to work out what to do, um, what's important is to know which side I have the majority. So on the queen side, I've got a 3 versus 2 pawn advantage. So I really need to be playing on this side of the board. If I can do that, then I'll be able to get one pass pawn, which could become a queen. So that's why you can see I'm pushing my pawns on the queen side. I don't even mind if they take it, because once they take it, I'm now trying to push this pawn to the end. So here I took the last pawn, and the reason for that is I want to free up these pawns to become queens. And yeah, here I've got a pretty strong position. So in the same token, here, I wonder if black should have played on the king side because he's got a 4 versus 2 pawn advantage. So I'm wondering he probably should play on this side. So maybe a move like pawn to f4 because just to threaten my king. If he can ever play pawn to f3, then he'll create some checkmating threats on my king. So let's see what the computer says. Yeah, so the computer suggests pawn to f4. Okay. Yeah, computer suggesting pawn to e3. I was thinking more about, let's say, pawn to f3. And then that way, yeah, computer's suggesting pawn to e3, which I don't quite understand. I was more thinking from a human perspective, queen here, queen there, going for checkmate, perhaps. Although now that I see it again, yeah, white might be able to take this pawn. But anyways, in general, we really should be playing on the side which we have the advantage. So the key lesson in this game was to remember to, if we have a pawn majority, play on that side. Thanks for watching. Until next time, remember to play with patience, finish with grace.